We are here in the real presence of Jesus in the Holy Eucharist in the monstrance. He's truly here. This is not a symbol. So, Lord, with your permission, allow me to speak in your presence and tell another story about the Holy Eucharist. How is it that really poor people can do really big things? Hi, everyone. This is Father Rocky in the Chapel of the Nativity at Relevant Radio in Green Bay, Wisconsin, with another story about the Holy Eucharist. And this story is something that I witnessed for myself. Before I worked for Relevant Radio, I worked in youth ministry for, probably 30 years. And for the last 15 years, I would go down to Mexico every summer with 12 to 15 young men and a couple of counselors and staff. And we do a 3 to 5 week social service project in villages in the Highlands of Michoacan. And the people down there are literally dirt poor. The roads are not paved, they're made out of dirt. If you visit them in their homes, they're really kind of wooden huts. The floor is dirt. They're literally dirt poor. There's no running water. And the only modern convenience they have is electricity. Well, about an hour from those villages, as you come down the mountain, is the regional capital called Zamora. Most Americans have not heard of it. But in Zamora, there's a cathedral, which is stunning. They started building in the early 1900s, but they had to stop because of the revolution, and they recommenced in the 1980s or 1990s. And today you can see it, it's like you're in medieval Europe. It's made out of stone, the two towering Gothic cathedral spires wrapped in copper, and you walk in and the floor is made out of jet black granite, and the altar's made out of marble, and there's these stained glass windows and this magnificent tabernacle. But up in the front on the left, it looks like they didn't finish the wall. It's concrete with faded red paint underneath with little chips of stone missing. And I asked the guide, what's that about? He said, we left it that way because that's where they used to execute the martyrs during the Mexican Revolution. Oh my goodness. Sometime later, I was with the Bishop of Zamora. I told him I was from Chicago and he could speak a little bit of English. And I said, you have a magnificent cathedral. How is that possible down here where people are dirt poor? He smiled and he said, well, down here, people have more faith than money. That's kind of a paradox, isn't it? But with faith, we can do great things. It's not only limited to Mexico. Do you know the largest Catholic church in the world is in the Ivory Coast? It's called Our Lady of Peace. And these are poor people, but with great faith. There's something to that in terms of our love for Jesus in the Holy Eucharist. The more we need him, the more we will love him. So let's all show up for Jesus next July 2024 for the National Eucharistic Congress in Indianapolis.